Alright, I'm streaming now. I'm on. I don't care. People are going to hear you if I archive this, so... Right, so there's excellent connection. The first stream of 2022. Cool story, bro. Needs more goblins and shit. Okay. Let's just share the stream. Hello, second channel. If you're watching this, sorry about the audio quality. It might be pretty shit. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh no. Oh, there we go. I'm just getting your comments up. Let me know how the audio sounds, people who are already here, because I'm not running my software on top of it. So I've been using NVIDIA Studio, I think it's called, and it's making my video sound okay. But I'm sitting right next to the mic right now to try and make sure there's no echo. But let me know because I can turn it down one more. Here, people saying it sounds fine. Okay, I'll leave it for now. I'm just gonna share. The stream on my socials, and then we'll get started. But yeah, like obviously the big gaming news. Obviously, it's my first stream of 2022. So hello everyone. hope the year's going okay. Hope you've been enjoying some great content. I mean, my content's been okay so far this year. First stream of actually, no, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good actually. I forgot about the week I was in England. Quick, first stream of 2022, and from Spain, talking about Xbox. All right, let me just. All right, we got that's for Twitter. Post on Discord quick. And then, yeah, we'll stream for like an hour or something. Annoyingly, I'm an hour ahead in Spain, so that means, yeah, just generally a bit annoying for the time difference because obviously UK is already way ahead of the US. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, let me just one more post on Instagram, and then we're good. Streaming now. 1st of 2022, Spain. All right, just stick that. All right, it's the last one, and I'm ready. I'll take your comments. All right. All right, ready. Just look at the chat. Monopoly, yeah, Monopoly I've never actually really gotten into, to be honest, so it's not the greatest game for me. Hey Jack, gotta love Monopoly, right? Yeah, so I've seen a lot of people excited about this news. I really don't understand why, but I'm gonna get into that a bit later. Just gonna take your comments a bit more first. Let me just mess with the camera a bit. Oh, Katie, nice one. Hey Cav, guess who quit her job and is sitting in her own new suite? When did you quit? I know obviously you're talking about that for a long time. That's really cool though. Are you like doing any like construction work on your new suite, or how's it going? But yeah, I'm always here for people quitting their jobs and doing something better. So congrats. I'm really happy for you. Sounds fine. Okay, setup audio is all okay. Hey, Satan. Hey Tom. Yeah, the video game industry over the years is the perfect example of everything wrong with capitalism. But yeah, but people don't want to admit it though. That's the problem. They don't admit their problems here are, capitalism related. So I can play Call of Duty campaigns without having to actually buy it. I mean, if it's on Games Pass, then yeah, for sure. I need to move to Spain. Yeah, board guy, come move in with me. PA90, any chance, do you think the acquisition may lead to an increase in AAA companies trying to implement those particular scams within their games? What scams do you mean? Do you mean like Battle Pass stuff? How's the political subversion going in Spain? Yeah, pretty good. Just to be honest, like cause we moved here to live for a couple months, my schedule hasn't really changed. Like Monday to Friday, it's pretty much the same. Like just pumping out videos and everything. You know, got 3 last week, already done 1 this week. Got make another one tomorrow. Gonna make another one on Friday. Probably do another stream on Thursday for a bit. So yeah, that's all good. Weather's really nice. It's really weird being in a hot place in January because obviously in the UK it's absolutely freezing right now. So that's really cool. And then yeah, everything like the just getting used to like the food prices and stuff. Spain's really weird with like some stuff is like insanely cheap. Like I bought 5 liters of water today for like 40 cents, and then you can buy a beer for 40 cents, but then like some other stuff is really expensive. So it's getting used to those sorts of prices. But there are lots of things that I like in Spain, which I'm going to be depressed to go home because I like green tea flavored drinks a lot. And in the UK they're really shit. But there's a really nice one called Nest Tea. That one's okay. But there's another one which is even better, and they have Monster lemonade and green tea, which they got rid of from the UK like 5 years ago at this point. So yeah. Jack saying Activision Blizzard sucks ass, but the idea of 2 free major studios owning all the IP, yeah. I'm gonna rant about this in a sec, actually, Jack. Construction. It's a sweetener salon that my mum used to work in. Oh, okay, nepotism. Still cool, but I didn't know if you're like building it up from scratch. So have you hired anyone, or are you just doing it on your own, or do you have any like employees for your new suite? Strange. I'm living in like a very English part, so it's pretty standard. I've been coming to Spain like my whole life, basically. Like, it's where my parents always used to take us on holiday when we were kids and stuff. Thoughts on Michael Brooks? I didn't really used to watch him when he was alive, so I can't really talk too much to that. Just a bit of cleaning and decorating. Awesome. When did you quit, Katie? Was it dramatic or was it just pretty like low key? Your Jordan Peterson H3 video was great, by the way. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was a fun one to make. I might have a fun one tomorrow. Okay, people help me out in the chat before I start ranting about like Xbox. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow about like hustle culture, but like those meme pages, you know, like lions don't compare themselves to sheep or some shit like that. There's women ones as well. Are there any prominent Instagram pages or Instagram influencers that I should be aware of when I'm doing this video and like researching it? Please let me know in the chat. Hey, Kavernacle. Hey, Juicebin. Yeah, Ollie North. Yeah, worked on the Activision with Activision before. Yeah, guy did around Contra. Reboard guy, what's up with the UK people moving or going to Spain? I'm British but live in America and have a few interviews in Madrid. Well, one thing is Gibraltar is in southern Spain, which is like a British colony, which is just on Spanish territory. So that's one thing. And then just in like the 70s, I think, after Franco died, Spain like package holidays became a big thing, especially in southern Spain. So there's been like a really big connection between England and southern Spain, especially. So where I'm living right now, there's loads of Irish bars, loads of English bars, like English takeaways and stuff like that. So it's not even the most English area in southern Spain, but loads of English people here. You have like English radio stations, English newspapers, so loads and loads of English people here. So it's just like, I guess like it's you get the really great weather of like the Mediterranean, but then lots of like home comforts and like loads of English people. It's, you know, me and my girlfriend were sitting at on the beach the other day, yesterday, and just everyone around us was just like obviously people who'd retired because they live here all the time. I gave my 2 weeks and they let me go that day. Awesome. Yeah, I like drama, but it is nice to just get away as well. Blake, has that come out? Is that the one with all the mods? The quality is horrible. Strange. I've been drinking San Miguel Radler alcohol free, and I really like it. A 40-cent beer, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But obviously, it's 40 cents in terms of like obviously euros, so it's even cheaper than like 40 pence for the UK. Yeah, good to see you getting back on the Sigma grind set. Why not stream on Twitch? While I'm in Spain, I'm probably not going to be streaming as much as I used to anyway. Twitch, I just don't really give a shit about, to be honest. Yeah, the Polish stuff was interesting. Maybe I'll go back to it. Katie, if you have anything interesting, give me a DM on Twitter. If there's any good Instagram pages. Andalusia. I think So Strange N9. It's near Malaga, so you tell me. I'm a bit ignorant. Yeah, Jack, that is interesting. I did make a video about Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela being whitewashed, like in terms of their political views and everything. That was like 2 years ago at this point. Yeah, Strange N9. I've been drinking like they're pretty much like standard branded beers, but I've just been drinking the Radler ones. Like Sam McGow's a big one, but like Amstel. There was another one which you get in the UK. Hi Heather, thanks for joining. Okay, so now I just want to talk about this Xbox stuff for a second. So for those of you who don't know, Microsoft are about to buy the publisher behind Overwatch, Call of Duty, Candy Crush, and what other games? Like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, the remasters and everything, right? And a lot of people are celebrating this because Bobby Kotick and people who used to be in like the Bush administration, like Fran Townsend, it's thought that like these people will be removed from the company as part of the buyout, like they'll be given a big severance package, right? And people are celebrating this. And there's two ways I want to come at this. From because this shit is so problematic in so many ways. So 70 billion they're paying for COD. 70 billion essentially. That is what they're paying for. That is absolutely absurd. They only paid 4 billion for Bethesda. I guess maybe Bethesda's sales aren't as massive. Like COD is massive on every single system. But okay, the two things I want to talk about here is first, Xbox buying up the entire games market. Like, I don't know how this is even legal that they can own so many properties and make them like exclusive. I don't know if that is legal itself, but that is absolutely crazy, and people shouldn't be celebrating that. Like, ideally, with the Activision Blizzard situation, what you'd want to happen is for the employees to unionize and hold the board to account. And I mean, like, maybe Xbox's board will be better at treating the employees than Activision Blizzard currently. But there's no guarantee these people will have a union. There's no guarantee that Phil Spencer, he might be better, but he might not be, a good advocate for unionization and workers' rights and everything like that. So I don't understand how people are celebrating this. Like, Phil Spencer and the Microsoft team are like some benevolent group of people who bought Call of Duty essentially to save the employees of Activision. That's just not the way it works. I doubt these people care too much about the movement within Activision right now. They're giving Bobby Kotick, the CEO, a massive severance package. I think I read, was it $300 million, like cash? Well, cash. They're not like stocks or anything. Like, they're paying him $300 million to get out of the company. Insane. Like, that's not obviously tied up in anything else. So that's one part. Like, I want to get at it. People need to stop pretending he's Phil Spencer, Microsoft, Xbox are saving these people in Activision Blizzard. They're buying literally an absolute juggernaut of gaming, like the best-selling game every single year, which is Call of Duty, and they want to own that, and they want to make money through that as well. And Warzone is, of course, immensely popular as well, and maybe they want to even put that on Games Pass, which ties in nicely to the other part of this. So for those of you who might not be gamers, basically Microsoft aren't the only company who have one, but theirs is the most popular. You could call it the Netflix of gaming. They've made something called Game Pass. I have it at the moment, actually, because while I'm away, I only brought my Xbox with me. Essentially what it is you pay like £10 a month. You get Xbox Live Gold, which means you can play online, and you get access to a bunch of games on the service. The games won't always be there. A lot of them won't be, but you're pretty much guaranteed that the first party games like your Halos, Gears of War, things like that are pretty much always going to be on the service. But of course, you don't own those games anymore. And with Microsoft buying up the most popular video game franchises as first party titles now, I assume they're going to stick this on Games Pass as well. So Games Pass on Xbox, if you have Call of Duty, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, Fallout games, everything Bethesda, Doom, Wolfenstein, and it's exclusive and it's on Games Pass, then the problem is, if Game Pass becomes really, really, really popular, right, maybe Xbox will stop selling anything else but Games Pass. And that's the future for gaming I don't want. What if PlayStation are about to release their own version of Games Pass, right? So the nightmare scenario is in 20 years' time, PlayStation, Sony and PlayStation, Microsoft and Xbox, and Nintendo and the Switch or whatever system they will have then. There will not be any physical releases anymore. You will not own any games anymore. Everything will be tied to an exclusive platform streaming service. And that is just shitty on so many levels because it's shitty for game preservation, which is already shit as it is with Nintendo, obviously, I don't know, their games are so inaccessible, like legendary Nintendo games. But can you imagine you just don't own anything anymore? And like with Netflix, some movies go off. You go to watch them. Oh, where's that movie? It's gone. Now, of course, at the present time, if you want a movie, just go order the Blu-ray. Just go order the DVD. Go down, I don't know, the charity shop and look for the DVDs or something like that. The same with games at the moment. Not on Games Pass. Go and buy it. But just like with streaming services, how many of you guys own music now? I own maybe 2 albums just because I've been on iTunes for a decade. I don't own any of the music, right? So I was listening to a song the other day by Churches. The next day, it was gone. And I cannot listen to that song anymore because it says, this is exclusive to North America or some shit like that. And music is a good indicator of where both film and games are going because I bet none of you in the chat, not none of you, I bet a lot of you in the chat do not own any music anymore. Or if you own music, it's only a couple people. I bet most music on your playlist is owned obviously by Apple Music, Spotify, and obviously it's a very, very convenient thing because you get access to loads and loads of different albums you might not listen to, and you can download it and everything like that. But at the same time, it also allows giant corporations to dictate, obviously, what music you can listen to. And there are good alternatives. I'm listening to SoundCloud right now. I'm listening to some covers, actually, of Churches, the same band right now. But that's what I'm saying. If you get such a monopoly on the industry, so Games Pass will become the default for gaming. And people might say, they always say to me, oh, Games Pass is a great deal, £10 a month. Okay, it's a great deal, right? But what if that becomes the standard for gaming? And then they're like, all right, £10 a month, not really viable. Like Xbox tried to do, they tried to charge £120 a year for Xbox Live, but then there's such a big backlash, they backed down from that. I don't know if you guys remember that. But then what if they start saying, well, it's £20 a month now, or it's £40 a month now, because you're getting so much good value. You'd pay £40 a month for one game, and now pay £40 a month and you have hundreds and hundreds of games. But for someone like me, I don't know if you guys are similar, I don't play loads of games at the same time. I'm still playing Halo Infinite, right? The campaign. I haven't finished that. I'm still playing, on my PlayStation back home, which I'm not going to play for the next couple months. I've got Far Cry 6 and I've got Death Stranding Director's Cut to finish as well. And then when I get home, I'll have things like Horizon Zero Dawn. And then while I'm here, I'll probably buy the new Pokemon game and stuff like that. I buy probably about 7 new games a year, I'd say, 7 full price games. Maybe, let's say I spend about £500 on games maybe a year, possibly. And that can be oh, well, you spent so much money, and I get it. But at the same time, I own all those games. Lately, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which obviously came out in 2018, but they released a new DLC lately. If the whole world is full of streaming services, then that is just might not be a viable option anymore, or there might have to be a bigger movement for games preservation, because all the corporations are just going to be well, you're just going to stream the games now. You're just going to download them off the store, and if we don't want you to play them anymore, you will not play them. So here's a perfect example for you. You guys might not know this, right? So you could buy the original Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 on the Xbox Marketplace for the last couple years, right? So Xbox had the exclusive rights, I think, console exclusive rights for Back for Blood. Back for Blood, which is a Left 4 Dead clone made by the same people who make Left 4 Dead. The second that went up, they took both Left 4 Dead games down off the store because people were choosing on Steam to play the old Left 4 Dead games instead of the new Left 4 Dead clone. So Xbox removed both of them. You cannot buy them on the Xbox store anymore, but you used to be able to, right? And then because my Xbox no longer has a disc drive either. So that's another part of it. My Xbox Series S doesn't have a disc drive. So I've got plenty of old Xbox games which you can play on a regular Xbox, but now I can't play them, right? And that's my own decision. I bought the one without disc drive. But what about a future where there is no disc drives anymore and all the backwards compatibility is on the store through a streaming device? Again, I just don't think that's like a future you really, really want. And I think people need to think about like how much they love it. Like, oh my god, Microsoft has bought Elder Scrolls and COD, and now I'm going to get them on Games Pass for £10 a month. What a great deal! Well, that deal is not going to be there forever. When they start releasing these massive AAA games regularly on Games Pass, you are not paying £10 a month for that. You're going to be paying 20, maybe £30 a month. And because they're going to say, well, how can you argue with the value? You get all these games. You know, you would spend that much on microtransactions on FIFA and stuff. And that's another thing. They're also buying up the other streaming things like EA, so you can get all the EA games on the Games Pass thing. And just this one corporation moving ahead and like basically having a monopoly in some regards on the market, and it will get, you know, worse and worse, is just going to change gaming where you do not own things. And or legally you will not be able to own things. You will just be borrowing them, renting them from a store. And if you stop your subscription, let's say you fall on hard times, right? Like you cannot, well, maybe you just cannot afford the extra expense of paying £20, £30 a month. Well, then you're screwed basically. And you can't enjoy playing gaming anymore on your Xbox because you have to sign up to this Game Pass system. I mean, maybe this will not happen, but it's essentially happened with music. You can own music, right? Vinyls have made a big comeback, and maybe that's something that can happen with gaming. Like there could be such a movement for discs and everything that these companies will have to release consoles with disc drives, or you know, like the Nintendo Switch, a card port or something. But at the end of the day, with Microsoft buying up all the competition in terms of rival game studios and putting it all under their own umbrella, where their primary product is the Games Pass. It's not the Xbox anymore. They're pushing the Games Pass, which you can get on PC as well. I just think it's a future with everything where no one owns stuff anymore. And I think, you know, I would rather pay £70 when Horizon comes out, right? Because I paid £50 when it came out on the PS4. I played that quite a lot. The Witcher 3, I completed 4 times. I paid £40 for that. I'd rather that than pay £10 a month and be like, oh, I've got that game, and then one day go to play it and gone. And when can I play this? Well, in this dystopian future I'm thinking of, never, unless you illegally download it on your PC or some shit like that. So, and obviously there's the underlying thing of, as games become art more and more, as political things change, will that affect like what games you have access to? Like maybe there's a game, I don't know, let's say a game one day comes out that has an anti-Zionist message, for one thing, anti-settler colonial, anti-Israel message or something, right? And then maybe that you will be able to play that, but then one day, depending on like who's in charge of certain corporations, will it be like right-wing Republicans who control Activision Blizzard right now? You don't play that anymore because they say you can't. Or like Disco Elysium, which is made by a lot of communist people. Maybe they'll say, well, you can't play that. We don't want you to play that because that goes against like some sensitive people on the board or some shit like that. You know, Henry Kissinger used to be on the board of MGM, and that's the reason they didn't pick up like Platoon by Oliver Stone. Like this shit does happen. Politics and business is so related in America, and even Activision right now. Fran Townsend, who was, I forgot, was it National Security Advisor? Not National Security Advisor, but she ramped up torture in Abu Ghraib during the Bush administration. She worked for Activision Blizzard. And then this other guy, Bill Buffalo or Bill Buffalo or something like that. He was personally picked by Mike Pompeo to come in as an undersecretary at the CIA. And then he goes to work for the company that make Call of Duty after he's finished with the Trump administration. So that's why I'm saying like the future's quite bleak in my mind with this stuff. Like I respect Sony. Sony are like a bad corporation in many ways. I respect Sony because it's like you pay the money, but the quality is there. They don't like try and nickel and dime you. Play God of War, which I don't even think is like the best game ever, but like it's very, very solid. You see where the money's gone. Last of Us 2, you can see where the money's gone. It's not trying to rip you off. You pay £60 for that, and you see where the millions have gone into, right? And I'm happy enough to pay that. Whereas with Games Pass is like, right now I'm like, I've played all of these games. I'm only doing it because I've moved to another country for a bit and I don't have my catalog back home. But it's like, if this is just the default of the gaming industry, I just really don't want it to happen. So two things. I don't think Xbox and Phil Spencer are going to save people from shitty practices in the games industry. It seems to go a lot deeper even than management. Just the whole culture in gaming seems to be fueled by nerds who are like rejected by girls at school and have made up for it by treating women like absolute shit when they become, top people in games companies. But then obviously what I'm saying is the dystopian, like, where you do not own anything anymore. And we're lucky at the moment in this period of time that enough people are saying, like, I want the 4K Blu-ray, I want the vinyl of this record, that there is a market for it. But then you wonder, with gaming, where convenience is more key and people's attention spans are shorter, in terms of, like, I don't know about you, I look through my top played songs since 2015 when I first got Apple Music. There are songs that pop up every single year, right? If I think about games I've played since 2015, the only games that would probably pop up pretty regularly are like Rocket League and The Witcher 3 and maybe some other ones. So obviously gamers' attention spans are a lot shorter, so they're more happy to be like, pay £10, play that game for 5 hours, never play again. Play this game for 10 hours, never play again. Complete that one, really, really like that, play, whatever. So I think it's like quite a shitty thing. Why am I anti-Rhodesia? Because I'm not a fucking Nazi, that's why. All right, I'm going to take your comments now. So sorry, I've been ranting for a bit. Also, I'm going to ban this guy. Anyone who complains about me being anti-Rhodesia is a fucking Nazi. Just one sec. Oh, it's the moderator. Okay, hide user. Yeah, Kai making a good point. It makes me anxious when I hear people talk about the future of only streaming. I love my Blu-ray collection. The idea of never having any tangible media sucks. You need the internet to watch movies. And I tried to play Gears of War 5 the other day without internet, and it wouldn't let me play. And I only wanted to play the campaign. So why do you need an internet connection for the campaign? Like, that's another thing. Obviously, people in developing countries, or even people in developed nations where in areas that are like more remote, you have bad internet. So why would you want to be streaming, downloading stuff all the time? It's a bit of a joke at this point. Yeah, Raphael, I have the Xbox Series S. It's like the lower end version of the new console. Hey, Spooky Kitty. Yeah, Jack Lucas. Yeah, I totally agree. Saying you put so much time into Witcher 3 and that game would have gone off Games Pass. Death Stranding's politics. Yeah, I do want to make that. I just need to sit down. I want to do Last of Us 2's politics first. I own some CDs that I bought 15 years ago. I probably have some somewhere in my house. Spotify and SoundCloud. Yeah, for me, Apple Music and SoundCloud. Yeah, Jack Lucas. The last albums I bought, even on the iTunes store, were like Mechanical Bull by Kings of Leon and I think Reflected by Arcade Fire. That's 9 years ago I bought them. Switch reading some more stuff. Anything that gets us close to the Blade Runner makes Shapiro horny. What glasses do I have? If you just type in like night driving glasses, I forgot which ones these are. I really like them because my head is kind of big for glasses, so these kind of like, they open up a bit, so I can get them around my head, which is good. Yeah, well, I think that GTA video sounds interesting, but is a bit dated at this point. Yeah, Kate, I agree. No corporations that are looking out for employees. They need unions. Yeah, 100%. How do I feel about staying in a socialist country? I mean, I guess it's pretty cool, but not that the politics of it are going to really affect me while I'm here. Smith Black, thanks for the $5. Now that you're living in Spain, you should learn Spanish, even if you live in a town you don't have to. Yeah, Smith, I just don't have time, and I'm really self-conscious about like speaking it. I have spoke it like when just being at the shops and stuff, like trying to do it as much as possible, but it's obviously like extremely basic. And the problem is where we are staying, everyone speaks English pretty much. Yeah, it's dead, mate. So thanks everyone for owning the roadie booze in the chat. Just reading some more stuff. Jack, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in like 15 years, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, one produce, I agree. It's the same shit people said when Disney bought Fox. We can get X-Men versus Avengers movies, bro. Don't think about the monopoly. Yeah, exactly. Like Disney, Microsoft is becoming the Disney of gaming, where Disney just buy out everyone and they own everything. Like, I don't even think people realize how much stuff Disney own. Disney own like majority stake in ESPN and like ABC News and shit like that. It's not just like Marvel and Fox and everything. And Waffle, I think they'll get better, but like it might just be surface like deep, really. Yeah, Cole, that is a great point you've just made. So Cole's saying, I have the original Xbox 360 so I can play GTA San Andreas with the original soundtrack intact. Yeah, because games like GTA, they have songs which they only have a contract for like 10 years. Like in 2018, they removed a bunch of songs from GTA 4. I'm playing GTA 4 again on my Xbox actually. It's really fucking good. And the soundtrack is still good, but they've removed like, I think it was like 60% of the songs or some shit. Alright, so I'm reading some more stuff. Hey Cab just joined. Hey Hikmat. Take-Two, the company that own like Rockstar. I cannot say how relieved I am about Kavernacle. He's always on point and on fire. Thanks, William. G4 TV controversy. Yeah, Heather. Someone messaged me that the other day, and I was like, I don't even understand what this is. Can someone explain it to me? I'm not gonna make a video on it because it seems like it's old now. But I played Oblivion for 800 hours. Damn, how many playthroughs was that? Chunky style, sort of thin style. So, I mean, I'm not big on either, to be honest. I guess thin. Well, that's crazy. I started my Blu-ray collection when I saw that Avatar was taken off Amazon Prime and was available nowhere else. Yeah, I need to do that for the Blade Runner films. I need to get some 4K Blu-rays of them. Yeah, William. I forgot what they're called. The company who made Dead Cells, which is a very popular like indie game, is a worker co-op. So there's a couple of them, not loads though. Okay, LFJ, no worries. Hey, Rando Bush, thanks for coming to the stream for the first time. Cab Diver Twitch channel? No, I don't have a Twitch channel. Maybe I'll try start doing that in the future. Can you cross stream between YouTube and Twitch? I guess that's what I need to know. Yeah, Kai, I hope so. I hope you're right. I hope it's fun over in Spain. Yeah, I'm having a really good time. It's just nice weather. It's the biggest thing. Would you be ashamed if you saw someone having issues with their English? No, I wouldn't, but I mean, I don't know any Spanish. No, Rev, I didn't take out Bob Black. Oh, you hadn't heard of... Hey, Ken's an OG. Hadn't heard of Phil Spencer until today. Yeah, I guess, like, he's... If you're really into gaming and, like, the whole industry, including Xbox, you'd know who he is. But, yeah, he's not exactly really, really public. Yeah, Alan Wake is a good example as well. You can definitely multi-stream. Okay, you can stream on both at the same time. Unless you're partnered. All right, maybe I'll try that. Although I don't really care, to be honest. I'm like, because who will actually watch it on Twitch? Do you know what I mean? Like, I have 67,000 subscribers on YouTube and no followers on Twitch. Rightist moved to Japan, leftist moved to Spain. Yeah, exactly. for the spirit of the Spanish Revolution / Civil War. He has drip Loki. Wait, £1,000 on the store. I might kind of hate YouTube. I don't know why. YouTube is better anyway. I mean, yeah, I use YouTube for everything really. So yeah, what else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, so the Jordan Peterson stuff. The reaction was funny. Like I was getting some comments in my video yesterday, and it's just like that video was fun to make in the sense that it was just so ridiculous. Like Jordan Peterson is such a man baby. How can you think you're being cancelled for one guy who you did 2 interviews with 4 years ago, took those episodes down? How is that cancel culture? Please someone explain to me. Like Jordan Peterson has been on so many podcasts and he has his own really successful podcast. You think you're being cancelled just because one guy, one guy took the videos down? It's so stupid. So I'm just reading the comments. How long are we going for? He's a drama queen. Yeah, he is. And people were saying like, "Oh, Jordan Peterson isn't far right." Right? I might have accepted that argument like I don't know 5 years ago or something. I'm not accepting that argument today because Jordan Peterson was always right wing. He always pretended like, "Oh, like I'm not conservative. I'm not a Christian. All this shit." He always was. And the cultural Marxism conspiracy. I've been trying to like make a tweet which I can succinctly put my point out about this. Right? The cultural Marxism conspiracy is so crazily anti-Semitic, and people who push it often say they're anti. Like Jordan Peterson says, he like is obsessed with totalitarianism. Like he never wants the totalitarianism of the Nazi Germany or the USSR or some shit like that. Although I wouldn't really call most eras of the USSR totalitarian. I called it authoritarian. Well, Nazi Germany was very totalitarian. Um, so Jordan Peter's answer to that is to take a conspiracy theory that is centered around Jewish Marxist philosophers and academics who had to flee Nazi Germany because the Nazis said that these people were leading an effort by using communism to take over Germany as part of the Jewish conspiracy, which also included undermining German values. So people like Jordan Peterson have focused on this group when they moved to America and said, yeah, you know the Nazis who kicked these guys, you know the Nazis who like persecuted these guys and said they were like central to like a conspiracy, like a Jewish conspiracy. Yeah, they are actually central to my conspiracy theory that Marxists lost the Cold War and the Jewish philosophers and academics who fled the Nazis at from the Frankfurt School who moved to America, yeah, they're actually central to my conspiracy theory about them undermining Western society by pushing Marxism in schools, right? And pushing Marxism in universities to undermine Judeo-Christian values. How is that not just fucking Nazi conspiracy theory, right? That's what the Nazis believe. These guys fled the Nazis. And the only thing that's missing in Jordan Peterson's analysis, which loads of people, this is why he's a gateway to the alt-right, loads of people can add on, is that all the Marxist stuff is actually part of this Jewish conspiracy to take over the world. That's what the Nazis believed. That's what Judeo-Bolshevism was about. And he has said this since day one. He has been talking about cultural Marxism since day one. And how anyone who talks about cultural Marxism isn't insanely fucking racist. And it's very, very common. And this is the reason why people get triggered when I say this. It's the reason why so many anti-communists are pretty much, well, not pretty much, largely, most people who die on the hill of anti-communism are mostly racist. And either that is believing in things like cultural Marxism, believing in things like Judeo-Bolshevism, or obviously a lot of it is motivated by like anti-Chinese racism or anti-black racism, especially during the Cold War period, or for the Nazis, it was anti-Slav bigotry and shit like that. So it's just like how anyone can say cultural Marxism, the same thing which was pushed by Breivik in his mass shooting manifesto, and say this guy is not at least a gateway to the alt-right, and he's gone completely mask off. If you are posting links to Tommy Robinson's Getter page and you're pretending you are not on the far right, that is totally insane. No one who hates fascism is posting Tommy Robinson Getter posts on their Twitter page. No one who isn't on the far right is retweeting far right influencers in America. So anyone who thinks Jordan Peterson is not far right himself, and I mean, there's not even any deniability anymore, right? Before you can say like and I think I've even said this, like his rabid anti-leftism makes him like an easy mark for Nazis to like latch onto. But like with the pandemic and stuff, it's rotted his brain, and obviously probably his medical issues as well. So anyone who likes Jordan Peterson either is deeply ignorant of what he actually stands for, or is just a fucking racist. So I'm reading some comments now. So reading some more stuff. He's a drama queen, vindictive little bitch. Ethan destroyed him. He's world famous, but 2 videos ended him. Yeah. Over the removal of 2 videos. It's code for cultural Bolshevism. Well, they are, okay, to be fair, I mean, they are different things. They're very similar, though, let's be honest. Like, Judeo Bolshevism is mainly linked to people who were in the Bolsheviks being Jewish and Karl Marx being having a Jewish ethnic background. And they're saying, because of the protocols of the Elders of Zion and stuff like that, they're using communism as part of the Jewish conspiracy. That's Judeo-Bolshevism, right? And that's why the Nazis saw the war against the Soviet Union as essentially an extension of the Holocaust, because it was like a race war against the Soviets, both because a lot of them were Slavs, also because a lot of people who fought for the Soviets were also Jewish. And even if you weren't Jewish, to them, the Nazis, you were fighting for the conspiracy. You were fighting to take over Germany for the Jewish people who would undermine them in World War One. Cultural Marxism is different in the sense that it's focused on people like Wilhelm Reich, focused on kind of like Sigmund Freud, kind of, not particularly though, and other people, especially the ones who moved to America, these Jewish leftist academics who pushed things about like sexual liberation or pushed for like the ending of racial hatred and shit like that. Progressive policies, right? And it focuses on them coming to America and being influential. And the thing is, these guys who are part of the Frankfurt School, they were influential. And Reich was very influential in terms of like the sexual revolution of like the 60s and 70s. He was influential, right? But the anti-Semitic shit comes from that somehow these people started off and were in control of a movement, a communist movement, to subvert American values and infiltrated every part of academia and other things in the country to push this Marxism. That's how it's linked to anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. They are different in a way, but people are saying like, it is very similar. And it's kind of like, to me, it's just like the next chapter in this anti-Semitic book and everything. So anyone who believes that is both totally insane and either, and I think you cannot believe in cultural Marxism without being a massive racist. And the funny thing is, Boris Johnson and the Attorney General of the UK have actually spoken about cultural Marxism, right? Then they label critics of Israel anti-Semitic. That's what we're dealing with in this like ridiculous conversation. So just reading some comments. Yeah, IQ. Yeah, Sam Harris, fucking skull measurer. So I should turn on my brightness quick. 1, 2. Where's my dark mode on? All right, sorry, just put my dark mode on. Peterson is obviously deeply sick. Yeah, it does seem like he's just so delusional at this point. Yeah, Joe Rogan's insane as well. Sergeant Snail, Cab, how is Spain? Yeah, I spoke about it a bit, but yeah, Spain's been really fun. Um, turn it down just a bit. Turn it down just a bit. Thanks. Um, yeah, Spain's been really fun. And just like a good work environment. Like I'm happy. Oh yeah, I'm happy you guys have been saying that the audio has been good because when I got here and I listened to the audio without NVIDIA broadcast and I was like, oh shit, this sounds so bad. And I was like, how am I going to make videos? And the thing is, my apartment complex is really noisy. There's actually a bunch of kids over there every single night who are drinking and playing music, and you can hear them normally. So I was really fucking worried that it's like, oh my god, it's going to look so amateur. It's going to sound so amateur. Thankfully, it's looked fine and it sounds fine. So I'm happy about that. So I'm referring some stuff. Hey, Raxim, how's it going? So reading some more stuff. Yeah, that's a Spain thing. Yeah, Strange and Nine. They're out every single night at the same spot. I'm like, sometimes from like 1 in the morning, I'm like, these people are kids. They sound like they're maybe like teenagers. I'm like, is that a common thing in teenagers at school? You stay out drinking and partying every day of the week. You're an hour ahead of the UK. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock here. It's 10 o'clock back in the UK. Oh, this KT person is defending Jordan Peterson. I just wasn't reading. Oh, is he saying Jordan Peterson is getting cancelled? Wait, I mean, I've backed up every point I've said about Jordan Peterson. I don't know what he's saying. Um, I used to pretty much do that every night. Yeah, I was just telling my girlfriend to turn her sound down a tiny bit because she's watching TV, but I just don't want the mic to pick up the sound and then get like some weird copyright strike or something. The thing is, Dexterous, I think a lot of people still think Jordan Peterson is just famous for his self help stuff, not for his crazy views on like medicine and fascism. How's weather down there? Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been about, I'd say, averaging on like 15, 16. But in the sun, it's really hot. Like, we went for a walk by the beach today and I was absolutely roasting. Um, so, yeah, it's been good. Yeah, Rakati Wood. I think Sam Harris has dropped him bad, like because he's gone absolutely crazy. And yeah, I made the funny tweet. I said Majid Nawaz was more rational when he was an Islamic extremist because he's gone absolutely insane. But now he's booked on the Joe Rogan podcast, right? If you know anyone who listens to the Joe Rogan podcast, you need to convince them to stop listening. He is literally platforming the most extreme elements, like in terms of the figureheads of the conversation. Um, oh no, Levi, that's so cool. St. Pauli just beat Borussia Dortmund. Oh, sick. Yeah, Levi, I really want a St. Pauli shirt. Like that one with the brick wall and the red all over it is so fucking sick. I really want this. So I'm just going to soccer subreddit. I want to check. Do I know any Spanish? No, I don't. I don't know any. All right, Juventus 1-4-1. Brighton 1-1 Chelsea. Is that the league or is that the cup? Is it the cup tonight or is it the Prem? Was it today? Oh, St. Pauli 2-1 Dortmund. Oh no. Um, awesome. German Cup. Yeah, the thing is, does anyone know about Palestino in Chile? In Chile, it's like a set up by Palestinian immigrants, and their number one on their shirt once was just like Palestine. It was so sick, like a map of Palestine. And their colors are like green and red and white. It's so fucking sick. I would love a Palestino shirt, and I'd love a St. Pauli shirt. Sadly, it's really hard to get a Palestino shirt because they don't do worldwide shipping, which is really annoying. St. Pauli's a bit easier, but the older ones from like 2018 are really fucking nice. Hey Sam, thanks for the $5, man. Hey Gavit Sam, you think COD will stop being an annual release for the Xbox purchase? Also, favorite animation film. Yeah, Sam, I could see it becoming like a 2-year cycle maybe, and keep Warzone going for a long time. That's the main one for me. But yeah, other than that, I don't know though, because why would you pay 70 billion if you're not going to release it every year? I can see them releasing it every year still as well, but I can also see them trying to make Warzone a more long term thing like Fortnite, and kind of scaling it back because Vanguard has sold quite badly for them. Even though I actually really like Vanguard, I'm missing it right now because I only have it on my PlayStation. Favorite animation film? I mean, I don't really care for animation too much. I don't have a favorite animation film. I can't even think of one I like particularly like that much. Like I'd want to watch right now. Sorry, Sam, I can't give you a good answer. Peterson seems to spend about 80% of his time opinion on shit he knows nothing about. Probably less than nothing based on the sources he cites. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Peterson is clearly unwell. What's the UV like with the Spanish sun? It's not too bad at the moment. It can be quite bad in the summer though. I didn't get burnt today. I thought I did. Lucky bastard. Yeah. I mean, but it's cheaper living here than it is in England, so that's why we did it. 255 AD. I'm one of those English people who goes to Spain and interacts with no one. So because obviously like, I'm here with my girlfriend. So we just like we went to like Malaga City on Saturday, which is really cool. But yeah, I don't want to talk to the English people here. Really, they're all old. It's all like people who are retired. My college has a Turning Point USA chapter that 3 of the people went on Fox News and were racist and fascist, trashing the University of Memphis, being inclusive and diverse. William, yeah, that the thing is, which I can't imagine. I spoke about this before. In the UK, a lot of people are quite shy about their conservative views. Where in America, it must be crazy, like going to school with people who are Trump supporters, like just like, oh yeah, I'm a fascist and I'm in your class, or like I'm at work with you. It's so crazy. Big respect for Palestino. Yeah, I really want a Palestino shirt. Yeah, Raphael, I might as the World Cup gets closer. Kavernacle, King under the Cancel Mountain, yeah. City are Premier League champions in January. Yeah, man, like Premier League is probably a bit of a joke with City, to be honest, but it is like it's like with the other leagues, isn't it? It's like Bayern, Juventus before, Paris, not last season, but most seasons, and now England. It's like the team with the most money. Not always, but now it seems the team with the Arab Gulf money wins the league all the time. So City, PSG are the 2 biggest examples of course. I kill for that jersey. Yeah, I want it so bad. There's a Prem tonight. Yeah, I'm missing the Brentford game tomorrow. Annoyingly. Yeah, Wrexham. Oscar Isaac's British accent is so fucking weird, but I think I didn't know this because I don't know about anything about Moon Knight. It's because he's got like a split personality disorder, so he's like has various different personalities who have different accents. Yeah, 255 AD. Yeah, there's loads of English people still here. They must have some sort of residency. Twitch farmer. Do you know Cabos is my brother? Twitch farmer. Like he's my younger brother. I'm guessing you do if you're asking about him. Yeah, Australian UV, yeah. Yeah, fuck that. I can tan, but I do burn quite easy to start with. Yeah, Carrie, nothing. Thanks, by the way, for the nice comment. Nothing got lost because I had 2 little suitcases and I brought one on the plane with me, which had all my technology. The only thing that did happen is because it had so many wires and electronics in it, It did get like completely unpacked by security, which I predicted it would. But I didn't lose anything. Everything's here. Um, and like it's been a good experience because so basically I bought an Xbox Series S. For those of you who don't know, it's really small. I'd say it's about like this big, this big. I don't know if that really makes sense. And it's like quite thin as well. Really portable. And I bought a portable monitor, which I've got right now. I'm gonna show you actually. So there you go. That's my portable monitor, which is powered by the PC. Like I can just plug in a USB-C, which is really helpful. So it's been really good, like just bringing all my stuff with me. The most clunky thing is the camera and the tripod. But everything else is like nice and small, and like I didn't really need many bags. So yeah, thankfully didn't lose a lot of stuff. Yeah, stranger. It's been pretty sunny since I've got here, but there have been some days where it's been cloudy and fairly cold. The one thing I will say is because you have to wear a mask outdoors at the moment all the time, I have pretty much just worn shorts and a t-shirt because I get so hot walking with the mask on, and it is like fairly humid. Yeah, Fireball. I was actually talking to my dad about that Malaga team. Like Van Nistelrooy. I don't think it was like Pellegrini was the manager. Van Nistelrooy, Santi Cazorla, Isco. I think it was Isco. Like fucking sick team. But then they went bankrupt a couple years ago. But now they're doing pretty well in the second division. Um, maybe I'll go to a Malaga game. Were they playing Tenerife or Ibiza the other day? Hey, Louis Man Gaming. Thanks for joining. Yeah, they're tiny. Yeah, it's pretty sick. The English weather is catching you. Yeah, but Twitch Farmer, here's the thing. My brother, his YouTube channel is so irrelevant now. He's not part of like, and the thing is, his political views, which he doesn't really have political views, um, like he just hates Ethan Klein, right? I called him out for the Jordan Peterson thing on Twitter, saying I wouldn't be like defending Jordan Peterson, but he don't even know who Jordan Peterson is. That's the thing, and he's not a pipeline to anything because most of the time he's like calling out scams and other creators. Um, and I've told him when I don't agree with his content. Like he made some video on James Charles once, and I was like, yeah, the language you're using there about like this is before like the second time. This is the first one. Like everyone was calling James Charles a predator. This is like a couple years ago, based on like false allegations, not the real allegations that actually did happen. And I was just saying like maybe don't use the word predator and talk about all this stuff because it's quite like a homophobic, dog whistle that's been going on for ages that gay people are sex predators and shit like that. So he was like receptive to that stuff, but yeah, he's not like a pipeline to like far right ideologies. Like you're not gonna see, like for example, his last video was on Molly May talking about like how everyone has the same 24 hours, and he's basically calling her out. I mean, like if you believe that someone like that is like an elitist snob and everything, I don't think watching him is going to lead you down the pipeline to liking Jordan Peterson. And also, even if he was some like massive reactionary, he's just not relevant enough. Like, what is he like massively popular? Do people talk about him all the time? They don't. His videos do decent and everything, but he's not. He's not driving anyone to any political ideology. He doesn't have a huge influence. He has a lot of YouTube subs, but like he's been around on the platform since 2015, and he peaked in like 2019 or 2018 or something. Yeah, 255. You don't. I don't think you have to like at the beach, but you have to walk around the street. So like I've been finding it very hard because it was very hot today. I was wearing them. Hey, Sophita, thanks. Sophitia, thanks for joining the James Charles drama. Yeah, you have a brother. Yeah, I have two. I have two brothers. And a sister as well. Twitch farmer, please outline to me how he pushes right wing propaganda. If he was pushing right wing propaganda, I'd tell him to stop. Not that I can influence him too much. Oh, okay. It can be cold as the UK. Yeah, southern Spain is always pretty warm though. Felicity, I'm not on the patron list, so I'm demanding a refund. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I've gotten rid of the list because I need to sit down and write it up again because now I have loads of patrons. But yeah, go if you want a refund. I mean, Felicity, if you've just joined the Patreon, no one's charged until the first of every month. So if you just delete it, you're not going to get charged. So I mean, is that really all you're in the Patreon for? Is having your name on the list? I mean, that's fine, I guess. But I'd assume the Discord is probably a better incentive. Yeah, Twitch Farmer, you're just being a bit of a butthurt, to be honest. He's not a pipeline to the right, and that's not because it's not because he's my brother. It's because I'm two things. He barely defends Keemstar, but also he's just irrelevant. Like, I don't understand. Like, no one is binging. The thing is, he don't even upload. Like, how is he like a pipeline to the right? He's uploaded twice in like the last month and a half. Sorry if it came off offensive. It was a joke. Oh, no. I mean, it's fine. If people actually want to get refunded and stuff, it's okay. It was a joke though. Yeah, I do need to get on that credits thing. It's just because I get so many I'm flexing so many new patrons. I'm really busy all week, and it's just really hard to sit down just like write loads of new names. And I know that sounds really fucking stupid. His channel is like a YouTube drama channel. Yeah, he has 3 videos of defending Keemstar. Okay, like what do you want me to do? Make a video exposing him? And then everyone just in the comments being like, who the fuck is that? Because he's like irrelevant. The thing is, they're not even friends anymore, from what I've heard. Damn, 6 said I'm the 3 brothers and 5 sisters. I'm the youngest of 9 siblings. My mum is one of 10, so I'm definitely like I definitely understand your children or like your siblings' children will have lots of uncles and aunties like I did. I can't stand those drama channels yet, for sure. Damn, I'm not even roasting him. I'm just saying like he's relevant enough that he's obviously has a career on YouTube. I'm just saying he does not have like a pull on someone and pushes them into like, you know, defending some sort like Jordan Peterson or some shit. I don't think he influences people because he's just not visible enough. Like, it's not like me who uploads like 3 times a week or something and like live streams and talks to people. It's just like he uploads like a couple times and gets the views, and that's kind of it. I'm not saying Keemstar isn't bad. Your poor grandma's womb. Yeah, but she's still alive. She's 92 now. So yeah. Hey Fabian. I'm getting a big head. I mean, people would tell me I've influenced them, I guess is why I said that. For good reasons. Twitch Farmer, do you think anyone reads his tweets and gets influenced by them? Do you think anyone reads his tweets and thinks Jordan Peterson's a good person? Yeah, Raxim. I visited a Spanish Inquisition museum in Ronda in 2016, and the like torture devices were absolutely like insane. Like, humans are so inventive about finding ways to really hurt each other. So it's just oh, that's Twitch. That's interesting. Can you link me? Can you give me the timestamp for that? Kavos is the beta prototype of the Kavernacle. Yeah, plenty of people do like Jordan Peterson. Twitch Farmer. If you're saying that he's part of like an ecosystem of drama channels that do that, I can take your point. I don't take your point that people go around harassing women, and then you be like, oh, it's because Kavos made them do it, or Kavos made them a misogynist. Yeah, 255. She has a thick Irish accent. You don't have to be a native to understand it though. And she does speak Gaelic and stuff. Yeah, constantly crap on I am Alex. Yeah, that's the person he fucking hates. It is funny some of you know him. Yeah, Twitch Farmer, link me the thing of the podcast with Hatry. I want to see this. Maybe Twitch streamers are irresponsible platforming him. I saw someone on the front page. Wait, Cole, someone made a video on my right wing dating video? I'm confused. Is the fact that you both have Cav in your name a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. No, Jordan Peterson literally tells. You cannot compare Jordan Peterson to like a random YouTuber. Jordan Peterson literally has wrote books about how you should live your life. Has given hundreds of university lectures about conspiracies that are happening in the world. Has said that women are hypocrites for complaining about sexual harassment while wearing makeup and talking about enforced monogamy. If you listen to Jordan Peterson, he's like a cult leader giving you a worldview. If you listen to my brother, you're just listening to probably like some knucklehead who gives his opinions on drama. I don't think he's a knucklehead, but I mean, like, I'm talking about like how people might perceive him. Twitch, give me the timestamp for that for them talking about him. Thomas Cavill. Yeah, Tommy Cavill. Newsflash for people if you didn't know, but please keep calling me it because I don't use my real name at the moment. But like Tommy Cahill isn't my real name. I know some people think it is, but it's not. It's just like it's a name of a movie character from a really not obscure movie. So you know that movie Brothers with Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire. Jake Gyllenhaal's character is called Tommy Cahill. That's basically it. I used to really like that movie, so that's basically it. Millions of people sent for Jordan Peterson. Yeah, Rev, that's funny. Now you're an anarchist. Yeah, the Islamic history of Spain is really interesting. I did it a lot in university, actually. Taylor Swift's ex. Yeah, that stuff's pretty creepy, to be honest. Twitch Farmer, tell me the timestamp. That's all I want. Yeah, Nico, that's pretty much it. To be honest, like my name is out there, and I realized like I thought I hid it pretty well, but I realized if you actually look for it, it's really easy to find. But then I don't really give a shit at this point because YouTube's my job. But at the same time, um, yeah, isn't John Peterson upset? Ethan Klein wrote him. Yep, he is. Tim Cahill is a real champ. That Tim Cahill goal, Jack, 2014 World Cup, unreal. Socceroos forever. Yeah, I wish Australia were a bit better at football, to be honest. So I'm just reading some more comments. Oh, Twitch following. That's pretty interesting, though. I wonder if because Ethan Klein follows me on Twitter. I wonder if he knows if we're related. Me and Chaos are related. But yeah, no. In terms of Keemstar, I've told Cavos a million times that Keemstar is bad. But yeah, you can't influence. You know, you guys have family members. I can't convert him to my way of thinking. Although he does listen when I tell him bad things about the world. Slowly work on your family members. Yeah, Jack Lucas, Aussie rules is just the fucking craziest shit. Yeah, the thing is, Kalinas, Michaela Peterson married, had a child with like a Stalinist, which is just the funniest fucking shit considering who her dad is. Um, all right, I think I'm gonna end the stream there just because I don't want to piss off my neighbors, and it's like closing in on midnight here, which is annoying because, yeah, little fox. I'm streaming earlier now because I can't stream late at night just because the walls are so fucking thin. So I just can't be pissing people off all night streaming, and also I live with my girlfriend now, so like unfair to just be like streaming at 2 till 4 a.m. every night. Um, One thing I wanted to say to people, if no Twitch farmer, you didn't put me in a bad mood. I don't really care. Um, yeah, see you, Jack. What I wanted to say to people, so I want to make a video on like hustle culture and like the hustle culture memes. If there are any big like hustle culture accounts, like Elon the Goat was one I've been shown on stream before. If there are any like that, can you please send me a DM on Discord, or I don't think my Discord DMs work actually. Send me a DM on Instagram and link me the page because I'm gonna be planning that video tonight. Like the shit, like I said at the start of the video, like lions don't compare themselves to like sheep, or they don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep or some shit like that. Um, so I really want to see some of them, some good ones, because I'm really not in the loop with these like business influencers. Yeah, MLM, hustle culture. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know a lot of this stuff. Felicity, like hustle cultures, like um, people like they think if you aren't rich, it's like a personal problem. Like you would be rich if you got up at 5 a.m., did yoga, meditated, then started trading Bitcoin all day or some shit like that. And it's all about like your mindset, like the Sigma grind set essentially epitomizes this sort of stuff. 255 AD. I can't move to Spain permanently because my passport is UK passport, so you have to get out after 3 months. I'm gonna get an Irish passport, so if I wanted to in the future, I could stay here for pretty much as long as I wanted. And just we're renting a place in Spain, which is nice, but like I'm not sure if I want to live here yet. If I ever wanted to live here at all, it is nice to live here right now, but yeah, like all my friends and my family, obviously in the UK. Um, and yeah, probably miss them over time. I guess. Like, obviously, don't miss them right now, but like, if I stayed here for years and years, I guess. Oh, Felicity, that'd be so helpful. Um, just any way to start my search. It doesn't have to be like the definitive account. Like just some shit people say. It is close enough to the UK. Yeah, it is. But I don't have an EU passport anymore, so yeah, Strange N9. It's not the thing that's cheap in Spain is housing. It's not actually that cheap to like live in terms of like groceries and bills and shit. It's mainly like the housing is a lot cheaper than the UK. Yeah, the Vox Party. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end it there then. So thanks so much for the first stream of the year. It's good to be back. I'm gonna try and stick to my old streaming schedule. Sorry for the people who are like in American shit. It is gonna be earlier. About this time, like 10 or 11 Spanish time. Um, yeah, Little Fox. I'm up for it at some point. I want to get back into streaming a bit first, and I don't know about how my setup will handle streaming games is as a big thing. Um, so yeah, we're streaming again on Thursday. Video tomorrow. Um, yeah, Strange Nine. London is very expensive. Um, yeah, but that's it for now. Again, if you have any insight on hustle culture memes and shit, please send them my way. And yeah, that is everything. So have a good week until Thursday. We'll stream about this time again then. And yeah, just look out for the videos. And if you haven't watched the one so far in the last couple of weeks, please go watch them. And yeah, have a good rest of your day for the people who are like, or the rest of your evening.